Today we're going to do a quick preview of a new tool that we have available. It's called Scrible. Scrible is a web-based platform that is geared towards research and organization. Here are some of the things that the website says and highlights that it can do: save web pages, bookmarks, or files, share annotated articles with others, make comments directly on web pages. And I'd like to go through some of these tools and show you how they are used. Scrible is a Chrome extension. In the Chrome Web Store, you can search for it. We're going to add that to our Chrome. Once it's added, it will show up in your extension menu here. I'm going to pin this extension to my toolbar to make it more accessible for me today. Once you have the Scribble toolbar, you can immediately go to a web page to begin your annotations and your reading. This is the web page that I'm going to use. I'm going to launch my Scribble toolbar. You will sign in or possibly create an account if you don't have one. Once you are signed in and you click on that, it will launch the toolbar. Across the bottom, the toolbar has several tools that we're going to look at today. This shows that your changes have been saved. This will take you to the library. You're able to share your resource with others so that you can collaborate. One of the tools that is very useful is the highlighter. You can change colors with the highlighter. And any information in the article as you're reading or your students are reading, they can highlight and it will save that for them. So start doing some highlighting. You can see it immediately starts to save it. You can go through the article and highlight anything that you find important. The other thing that you can do with Scribble is create some comment notes. It reminds me of the comments in Google Docs. You can change the color of these. And I want to make a comment on collaboration and teamwork. So I highlight that. I use my left mouse key to highlight with, and I can just leave a note about the idea, question, anything that will help me in keeping track of my information and my research. The next tool on the toolbar allows you to change the text color. Again, this might be a way for you to organize your information. Change the color of the text here. And again, anything you highlight using the left tool, the left mouse key, will change color. You can do the same thing to your text with the underline, bold, italic, or strike through. So if I want to make text bold, I'll come here and make sure that I've selected bold. But that highlighted everything, and I didn't really want to do that, so I can just quickly undo last change and highlight a smaller portion and make that bold. This will turn your annotations on and off so that you can see them or hide them. This tool right here will read the selected text. That's a benefit for some of our students. You can translate from English to Spanish or any other language back and forth. Select that. You see that you get the little icon. Highlight what you want to be translated, and it will come up there. You can click on it. It will pull it up, show more. You get the entire translation. The next tool is defining selected words. So as students are reading and they come on words that they're not for sure what mean, they can highlight those. We'll retrieve the definition for them. You can click on it there. It pulls it up. You can see the translations and the definitions are together. Show more, show less. Those are really handy tools for students to use in their research and in making annotations. The toolbar here on the right just toggles through some of the possibilities. You can see the comments, if you've shared the document and are collaborating, if you have tagged any information, and we'll look at that in just a minute. Just some information on the sidebar. This gives you the citation. You can choose what form of citation you want to use. This is your annotation key and gives you definitions and translations. Once I'm done with my article and I've made the annotations I want to, I'm going to go to my library. As I mentioned, as soon as you activate the toolbar on the article, it saves it in your library. The library is located right here, and it will open up, and there is our information. Now, for whatever reason, that article that I was reading got saved as this title, and I don't really like that. I want to make sure I understand what it is, so I'm going to edit some details, and I'm going to change it to what the actual title was, The Impact of Social Media in Education. That makes it a little more clear what that was about. A couple of ways to organize your library. You can create tags, as you can see I've done to these articles, that will help you keep track of what the article was for. To do that, select the article, choose the tag, and you're going to create a tag. So this might be for my social studies class, 3rd hour. I'm going to hit enter to create. It's selected, and now I will apply it, and that tag will show up. Another way to organize articles is in the actual library, where you can create different libraries. So maybe I want to have my social studies class have its own library. I would create it. Then from the main library, I can drag information for my social studies class into that library. I can create another library for if I have a DLI class, I have an article for that. Back to the main library, and I can drag that across to that library as well. Whether you're in the general library or a library that you've created, there are some tabs across the top that are going to be beneficial and helpful. The first one is the annotations. So this is going to show you any annotations, underlining, notes, italicizing that you have done to any of the articles. You can see that some of these I have already tagged to make them a little easier to find and to work with. I can see by the date and time that these ones are ones that I just did. And I want to create a tag for those so I can keep track of them. I'm going to type in a tag. Press enter to create it, and then apply it. Now I know that these were all the social media articles that I looked at. Okay. Another item here is the bibliography, and you can choose which style of citation you want to use. And any article that you want to put into a bibliography, all you have to do is add it by pressing the plus sign. It automatically formats it in correct citation format, and it alphabetizes it for you. You can change those citations settings. You can edit or take any of those citations away that you no longer want or need to change. Students are able to create an outline here. Under paper, students are able to create a new Google Doc, and it will open up, and you can work in Google Docs right here as well. I want to, though, go to a Google Doc that I've already created and show you how it works within the Google Docs. From here, I'm going to go to the add-ons and open up my Scrible Writer. What this is going to do is open up my sources and library here. I want to change the library I'm going to be using because I want my social studies. And here you can see the information that I have annotated and saved in that library. If I click on this, it will open up the annotations from that article, the things that I underlined, highlighted, added notes about. And it's going to allow me to directly import a quote. I want to use this quotation from the article in my essay. I click the plus sign. It's going to insert it right here and include the correct citation. You're still able to edit this as you would any text in Google Docs to make it the way you want it, or if you need to make any changes to it. Here students can also access their outline if they've created one, and you also can access your bibliography. You can see that it's adding to my works cited page, my bibliography at the end automatically. In using these tools, students should be able to find valuable sources and organize them, and use these tools to annotate and help them with the information that they're gathering for their writing and research assignments. Scribble is an easy tool to use. It is free to us. It's free to your students. If you'll take a minute and log into Scribble and spend some time with it, you'll get pretty familiar with it pretty quickly. It's very intuitive and easy to use. If you have any questions about it, reach out to one of us in the EdTech department. We'd be happy to help you.